So you just get your ass kicked by this deck, Russell.
Yeah.
And I think everyone wants to see what the most powerful deck of the format looks like.
Shine Greymon. So let's get started.
So we're gonna. This is a deck profile on Red Hybrid. It's my, I think, choice for play for this format. I think also a choice for Ultimate Cup.
Yeah.
We're gonna play that. Deck's bonkers.
Deck is crazy.
I think that video can be seen, that awesome 12-minute video.
Yeah.
So let's run through it here. Of course, you're more than welcome to say what you want to say about this
Sure.
as we go.
Yeah.
You know? Of course, eggs, Yokomon. I don't know what other egg you would want to play in Red Hybrid. It just draws if you have a Tamer on deletion.
What was the one before it?
We used to play like a DP booster.
Don't need it.
I don't think it's needed anymore.
No.
So I think this Yokomon is the perfect egg for this deck. And really, if you're running more than 4 eggs, go ahead and just cut your 5th egg because you don't need it for this deck. If you're ranking to turn 4,
If you
you're done.
if you hatch a 5th egg, you're gone.
It's over. I think the main reason is because we have these awesome new starters. That just
I love
facilitates
these.
this game.
Love these.
Flameon is so good, man.
This is just a Sistermon effect, but in a hybrid deck.
Or if you come from Yu-Gi-Oh, as like apparently half this community does, based off the way I see on the Facebook group, it's just a graceful charity.
True. You know what else I
so
thought
good.
about? This is just specifically hybrid. You can run this in any hybrid deck.
Yes.
Run this in red-yellow hybrid.
I've thought about some weirdness with it. I don't think it's good, but I've thought about it.
I mean, discard 1, draw 2 is good in a deck.
It's not the worst. It does stuff.
It's also a body,
It's a body. I think it's also your turn effect of plus 2,000 is pretty good.
which is why you don't need the egg.
Yeah, 100% why you don't need the egg. Really, your 3s are getting you there. And I think as was seen in the video, and anybody who's played this deck or played against this deck knows, the aspect of this deck is go burr.
Yeah.
This is like the epitome of just a go burr deck. Hit your
Yeah.
opponent until the body's cold kind of deal.
Yeah.
And what really facilitates this is, besides that Flamemon, is the other Flamemons in this deck, which the next one we have here is the BT-7 one, which is just, once again, a Searcher. Top 4, you can get a Hybrid or a Susano. Or a Hybrid in its traits, or a Susano or a Takuya.
You're going to grab a Takuya.
We want Takuyas. So literally, like, all our level 3s are facilitating us to get to bigger stuff, get us closer together. Also has this nice on deletion of on play. You can play a Takuya from your hand without paying its cost. Oh, not the best. Like,
I think it's pretty good.
it's pretty good, but
Especially with 8 of them now.
you'll kind of see as we go along in the deck. There's
Others.
others that do this, and there's a point when you do some like weird combos with this deck where you're like, cool, if this thing dies, I play 4 Takuyas for my hand that I don't have. So it gets a little wonky. But I think the main thing is with this deck, it searches for the pieces to go burr. And it's very, very much good for our second strategy if we can get to our boss Digimon, which is Rookie Rush.
Yeah.
So. And then continue the Flamemon train. We got 3 of the first Flamemon. BT-4. This is just top 3. Get you a Tamer, get you a Hybrid. Once again, I think it's just for our game plan of get our stuff, go burr.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of all the Flamemons. Now, you may look... No, I can already see it in your face, Russell. You're saying, wow, Tyler, these ratios are wonky. And you bet they are. They are very much wonky.
I mean, it's not a regular hybrid deck.
It's... Yeah, we're on 12, and we're playing the 1 of here and the 3 of the other one. This is the one, of course, that gives Piercing. It's 4 to play. I find I just want this for, like, those few matchups where I want to, like, get through something.
Yeah.
So it's really good in the trash. And also, sometimes it's really good just to put on your rookie. But
Yeah.
I'm at 12 rookies, and I haven't... I know I've seen other deck lists where people are running more. I have not found myself to be short.
I've not seen you needing it anymore.
I think every game we've played, especially the one on camera,
Yeah, that was.
I got all I needed.
Yeah.
So, once again, it just facilitates with the fact that all of these, every single one of these is getting me to another card, which is, I think, the best part about what makes this deck very powerful.
Now, yes.
We're running technically some other 3s, but they're not really...
They're different.
They're not evolving. They're not helping our big evolutions. 2 of the Bokomon, which, if you don't know what Bokomon does, welcome to Digimon. This card haunted my nightmares for years.
I love this card.
You get to go top 5. You get to get a Hybrid and a Tamer, which is once again what our Flamesmon do. So it's kind of another Flamemon, but it has the cool alterns where we get to gain 2 memory if we Digivolve on a Tamer.
Yep.
Or a Hybrid deck is what we're kind of wanting to do. And in the same vein, just another facilitator here is Nemon, and Nemon allows you to play a tamer with an inheritable trait from your hand for free. Good.
Yep. Very good.
But as I think me and you have talked about, it's all turns effect where if something's deleted with a tamer in its evolution, you get to replay a tamer. I've kind of come off this, and I think if there's one card you wanted to change for this deck, or you wanted to, play this deck in Ultimate Cut format, which means you wouldn't be able to play these cards. There are options I can point you towards for sure in this, but Nemon's the one card I would either change out for another rookie or turn another Pokemon if you're in a normal format.
What would you change it? If it were Ultimate Cup, what would these 3 cards go into?
If this is Ultimate Cup, I would turn probably 1 to 2 more rookies. I would probably turn this Pokemon into the 4th of the Flamons.
Okay.
I would then turn probably one of these into a level 5 Aldemon, which you will see I'm not playing the new Aldemon. Mm-hmm. And then I'd probably turn this into an Atomic Inferno or a Gravity Crush, depending on where you end up.
No Redmond boost. That was my first thing I thought.
I don't think you need it in this deck.
Probably not. I mean, looking at all the rookie searches you have.
And literally these guys, I mean, yeah, the 2 Bokos do search for me, but I do find that's about all they do, and they don't pick up Tamers, and that's why my red move boost currently in my deck is because I don't want to put my Tamers at the bottom.
Right.
Because Tamers are very important for this deck. We then get our hybrids at level 4. We got Agunimon. He's got some funky Digivolution requirements. He can go on top of a Burning Gray for 1. We're never going to do that most likely unless we need a draw.
Yeah.
But it's more or less for his on-delete. He's wants a hybrid with hybrid deck. He can go on Takuya because they fixed these. Because he has to specifically go on Takuya. He can go on any red Digimon or red Tamer. But he can also play a Flamon from hand suspended when he dies.
Pretty good. So it's like a lesser version of an ancient. An ancient.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite plays is to go on top of a Flamon with this guy, swing, let it get deleted, play another Flamon from hand, search, pick up another Flamon, pick up a Takuya,
play Flamon,
keep going,
or play Takuya.
Yeah. So you just keep rolling, and I think it helps facilitate once again I'm gonna go burr on you.
Yeah.
So.
But you don't really care if things go in the trash.
Gosh, no. This deck really wants stuff in the trash, and you'll see that later on. But the trash is like the assister to this deck.
Yeah,
it's just an extension of the deck basically.
Yeah.
Our next level 4 here is this Burning Greymon, which gets plus 2,000 on Digivolve and has the all turns of plus 2,000. I forgot to mention this Aguni does have the on deletion. You can play a Takuya from your hand without paying its cost. So as I was mentioning with that earlier, Flamon, there's some weird stacks where you can play like a bunch of Takuyas that you probably don't have in hand in the first place. Once again, he can go on Takuya for 2. He can go on Aguni for 1. He's 3 Devolve normally. You're never using this. If you're doing this, you're probably just in a bad time. But I really like this card, and I will bring it back out later because I really enjoy it with another card in this deck that really just lets you do some cool stuff with.
Yeah. I love the art on that.
Oh, the art's so good. That's one thing I will say. I look at the new Aguni and the new Burning Gray compared to the older ones. I'm like, oh, the art's just so much better.
Yeah.
Because I look at this one, the old one, old Burning Gray. The one thing I will say about this one is it goes on a level 4 for 1, which I find myself using a lot. Yeah. Because
go to there.
We can go here, hopefully play Stoic and Takuya. We can go here, give it a DP to plus 2,000. What I usually find myself using this for, and the majority of the time, is to delete a 4,000 when digivolving if it has a hybrid or Takuya in its traits, which
it will.
This entire deck is going to have it.
Yeah.
So that's its main facilitator. It has no inheritable. I think it's the only hybrid level 4 that does. Yeah, neither of those other ones. And I
don't think it needs it.
There's only one other. The Flamemon that I run a 3 of is the only Flamemon. So there's 6 cards that are Digimon or.
But you're very high on inheritables. You love inheritable traits.
Inheritables are one of my favorite things. That's one of the leading things that get me to play Digimon. And then I mentioned this earlier. I am only running the 4 Aldemons.
Which is crazy, but with as much searching as we've done, it makes sense.
I think you even saw it in the gameplay.
Yeah,
I got to it, and then the one thing that, compared to previous versions of this deck, that you don't care about as much now is the Aldemon is really best in the trash, and that's where you want it. So it can of course go on to a Digimon for 1 cost if it has a tamer. It has a tamer.
Is that a tamer? I thought it was a tamer
with
hybrid.
A tamer card and its Digivolution. Okay. So has to have the tamer. But once again, this new Burning Greymon, which I just keep bringing back out.
Yeah.
You go over here for 1. His wind digivolving is plus 4,000 if it has a hybrid in the trait. That's what you're thinking. So now we have a 4 plus, to make it a 12, the 2K from the Burning Greymon is inheritable.
A Goonie makes
And then
another.
if you Digivolve this turn into this and then went to this for 1, you got like a
16 level
16
5.
level 5.
Yeah.
Kind of bonkers.
It's crazy.
Which
we saw in the game.
I think I did it in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw a 16 swing into, I think, an Omni Merciful, and it lived.
Yes, absolutely. Hit security. And I think it was this Burning Greymon with one of our other cards.
Yeah.
The reason that Ultimon's mostly the next for this inheritable.
That inheritable, I think that inheritable is probably the best inheritable in all the
Man,
deck.
tell you what, just not checking security effects that are option security effects, as long as it has hybrid or 10 warriors and a stray, which once again
It does.
is the deck.
Yep.
It's gonna have, which is just super awesome.
Protects you against security control, which is inevitably always going to be here.
I think you're gonna always see something like whether it's Beelstar or whatever. It just,
Yeah.
or even like the Beelzemon matchups. It just gives you.
It's really good.
Cool, your Deathslinger didn't do nothing, and now I just went to my big boss monster level 6, which is this Emperor Greymon, and I hit you for a couple checks. Of course, it evolves for 3. Security type +1. When Digivolving, which is why I think this card is really sweet, you get to delete a 6,000 or less. And if it has a tamer in its evolution, delete something with less DP than it. And I think just from our testing, I have deleted Quartzmons of this. I have deleted Black War Greys of this.
You've deleted a lot.
This thing is just, it is less the boss monster of the deck and more of the keep me from dying, what's my problem I need to deal with.
It's the control.
It is so good. It also has this on deletion, which I forget about but never really get to use because it does not get deleted very often, where you get to play a Takuya from your hand or trash. So
Yeah. Trash is really good.
Using this on one of the Takuyas and then swinging and it dying to security isn't the worst. And
Then you can play your 4
Takuya.
from hand, and then you play the one from trash. Yeah.
Exactly. I've played 6 Takuyas from one death, right? We're running one other level 6, and that is Old Emperor Grey. This is 100% in here just because it blitzes.
I just want to look at the art. I haven't actually sat down and looked at the art for some of these cards.
But yeah, this one is 100% in here just because it blitzes. It also has when it's blocked, you gain memory for each evolution card in here, but really it blitzes and it goes on with one of our tamers to really just give us our gumption to win the game. Which is kind of goes into the next card, which is our only level 7 in the deck, which is Blitz Omni. Once again,
Wow, so
Day goes Burr. It helps you win the game, right? That's our goal.
You don't need another one.
Yeah,
You don't need any
100%.
others.
Now the mainstays of the deck are our Takuyas.
I forgot you about them.
Yeah, don't talk about those yet.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't know you were skipping those.
Yeah, I want to go to the new Takuya first, just because I feel like he is the least impactful one for this for this deck. He has a memory tamer, which is good.
I think that deck is very
He's
good.
very good. It's very facilitating. But his effect of plus 2,000, and then if it's 10,000 or more, when you check security, you gain 2 memory once per turn. Really good.
I think that's why you saying that this is not as important is crazy to me, because the amount of times that you've accelerated because of that is crazy. Specifically, what you're about to show here.
Yes.
This right here is ruin me.
Yeah, straight to a 10 for free when you check that security is awesome. With some other cards in this deck, it really just adds skills to. It's very good. No, I'm not saying it's like I said, it's the least. I think it's the least impactful of the tamers.
Fair.
Because I think this old Takuya
You've also ruined me with this one too.
is what really, with the way the deck is built up, is so nice. Because when you just take 5 hybrids from your trash, put it underneath them, you're going straight to a 6.
And you don't even have to go to the 6.
No, that is the cool thing, which
Yeah.
I don't do enough in this deck. I did it back in the past a lot. I don't think you have to do it as much now, currently.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of getting there. But yeah, you could 100% just do this and then put a bunch of things underneath and go into an all.
You can put all the DP boosters from like your 4s.
Yeah, and then still go to this guy.
And then go on that and
go
just get
to
another
all
DP
of them.
boost, yeah.
Yeah, like you could just do all kinds of fun, weird stuff with this guy. On top of like,
I think that's such a cool tech
it is.
in this deck.
Yeah, I wish they did the stupid blue version dirty because it's hand, which is like the worst mechanic. But makes the deck go burr. Whatever's under over it gets plus 2,000, and if it has over 10,000,
Which you can easily do.
which this straights then takes us to 10,000. We're getting 2 checks.
Yeah.
So
Did you want an Aldemon? It doesn't check a security. It doesn't check options.
put an Alderman underneath it, and then you.
Oh yeah, you just put an Aldemon underneath it. Yeah, you don't even have to do that.
This, I've thought about it. I think this Burning Greymon mixed with the current is what really.
I think that Burning Greymon is very, very, very good.
It's very good, and it just works so well.
I like the art because it really shows because when the hybrid when was the first hybrid set? BT-7.
BT-7.
When that came out, started watching this series again, Frontier, and like this is the Beast evolution, and like the old one doesn't really show off like
just kinda there.
he's like, but this
Yeah.
shows like the scary like beast
Powerful.
that like what he's supposed to be, and I think it's really good that he's got like a powerful effect that goes along with that.
Right. Last cards here are just some options. I'm gonna start off with Gravity Crush. Gravity Crush is just our version of Hammer Spark for red. It sucks out of security. It's not as good. You gain 2. You're at the end of your turn. Your opponent gets 2. This card is 100% just to make sure you can win on your turn.
Fair.
It's the only reason it's in here.
Alright.
I can see reasons why you wouldn't want to run this. If you wanted like to run something else, whether it be some other card.
You have beat me with a Gravity Crush.
The gameplay we had was me last turning, Gravity Crushing, going up because I had the extra memory.
Yep.
So it's a great card.
You just gotta use it wisely.
Yes, that is the key to it.
I think people go in there trying to use it like a Hammer Spark, and you can't.
So, this is the only card I think that I wish I went up from. Like, if I had to cut a Gravity Crush or cut a Neemon, I think this is the card I would go up to 4 of. It's the last card in the deck, and it is 3 Atomic Inferno. This card is dummy thick good. The security effect is just a Holy Wave, but it's security attack for a Digimon. So you promote up, security attack plus. You evolve this Burning Greymon on top of the Dekuya that goes 2,000. Now it checks 3 at 10k.
Plus 3. Not even that. It's going to be more than that.
No, so he gets 1. He would get 1 from himself, 1 from the Dekuya, and then you check this in security last turn.
Oh, okay.
So like just this level 4 now checks 3 security at 10k, which is really wild.
Yeah.
Also, I think like in our gameplay that we showed, the reason I really popped off that last turn is with this guy. I think specifically I was able to get him so big up was from the Atomic Infernos. You know, getting him plus 3k, a security attack, and if he's blocked, because I think in that gameplay you had a blocker, but it was just like, oh, what are you gonna block with?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do, right?
Well, I think you had a piercer at that time too.
Probably, I think it's.
You had the piercing as well. Also.
I don't think that was this gameplay.
Maybe not. It might have been
they're all
just a
blended
game.
together.
Yeah.
But I think, as I mentioned, this deck is well poised to be top of the format, especially with bannings, because one, it didn't get touched.
It did not.
The cards are still here. The cards still do things, and it's just very, very much strong in the format and can be played, like I said, Ultimate Cup.
Yeah.
You switch out 3 cards, and like I literally gave you 2. Like
you gave me multiple options.
Yeah, we go up Atomic Inferno. We go up another rookie.
Go up a Gravity Crush if you want.
Go up a Gravity Crush or a Red Men Boost if you want to run one of those.
Yeah.
Some other out to gain some memory.
Red's got so many things you could run. Crimson Blaze if you're scared of like that kind of concept.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot you can do.
Red's got really good cards. It just loses to itself, and this deck has got pieces now that makes it to where it can't.
Exactly.
And I think it's why it's
That's
very
good. I agree with you.
I agree.
So there's my deck profile. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Okay. That was aggressive.